Hey everyone, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brad Mower.
And this is IFXtra. So this week we're quite excited because we've had like exciting news, but we can't talk about it yet, can we?
Embargo and all this.
Oh yeah, but we're quite excited.
Yeah, so it might be something interesting next week,
Yeah.
assuming we're allowed to talk about it by then. Yeah. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so aside from that, hasn't been a great deal of development stuff happening on Interference this week. A few sort of bug fixes and behind the scenes stuff, but also we're tracking a few new bugs, including something that Frozen Banana found, where the new version of the website lets you keep submitting games even when you don't have any quota for starting games left. But then they just disappear because the server is ignoring them because it knows you shouldn't be creating more games, but the website is not hiding the box. Anyway, it's in hand. We'll get it sorted out.
Cool.
But yeah, as I say, aside from that, it's just been sort of minor bug fixes. Because we're putting big chunk of our time into Rogue Drones, which is our little side project, main project now.
Main game now, isn't it? Yeah.
Because we're going to be taking it to EGX Rest at the start of April because we are crazy like that.
Yeah.
And,
have a stand, let people play it.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been working on that, and also a bit of sort of paid contract work and things. So that we can pay bills and stuff, which is always nice to do. But normal service will be resumed shortly, and we'll get back to adding loads of stuff into Interference again.
Cool. Okay, so shall we see who won the awards this week? Pitru of the week this week goes to Maya Fires for Blind Ginger Cat Feeds Black Cat Chocolate by Mistake. I just love the look on the black cat's face. He's like, what is that? And like the blindfolded kitty's thinking, yeah, this is totally fish. I love it. Well done, Maya.
My favourite description this week was Fox daring you to approach his strange giant muffin by afterwards. It's actually quite an accurate description, really. The drawing is based on a fox sitting on a green sprinkle cupcake. So yeah, it's pretty spot on. But I just love the phrase strange giant muffin. It's awesome. Nice work afterwards.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Hey Anthony for Yosemite Sam. Wow, it's ages since I've seen one of these cartoons. That looks brilliant. Well done, Hey Anthony. Well deserved. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there as always.
Yeah, so now it's time to see what we were all talking about in the forums last week. So last week I was asking you what your favourite subject at school was. I was saying mine's English literature because I just love books. And now I'm a librarian as well, so, it kind of led to my career, I think, my interest in books.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, my favourite subject, you'd assume, would be IT, but I was kind of a little bit too early for IT being interesting at school because it was basically office skills, like, oh, this is a spreadsheet, which, didn't really do it for me. I think my favourite thing at school was probably physics. Mostly because I had an awesome physics teacher.
That makes all the difference, doesn't it, when you've got a really good teacher?
Yeah, it does. I mean, as it happens, actually, there's a discussion going on in Discord about this at the moment. If you want to get involved with that, playinterference.com/Discord in Nerd Chat. I had a really cool physics teacher. And the thing I always remember is we used to try and get him off topic. And then you could sort of like prime him and set him off, and he'd be going off on some tangent telling a story about something that happened to him when he was younger, and we're all sat there like, oh yeah, here we go, good skive, we've wasted half the lesson with this. And then it'd get to the end of the story and he'd be all like blah 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 blah, and so that's a real world example of how inertia works, and we're like, you tricked us. Stealth learning. But he was really good. Yeah.
So we had quite a few replies, didn't we, to this? Whitney Jones likes English and biology. It was like a bit science, a bit arty. Yeah,
we should say at this point, some of this is slightly confusing to us because of the different ways that education works over the world. And so we don't know quite what sort of levels and things people are talking about.
It's about majoring and things like that, and honours and things.
So as you say, Whitney Jones saying English and biology at high school and took honours in them, which is confusing for us because, like, we say honours for a degree, like a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
Because like I've got BSc honours in computer science, but we'd never use that term that early on in education.
No, not really sure what that's all about. Yeah.
And majors, I mean, we don't really have that concept here.
No.
You do like your GCSEs, your O levels, where you do
cover
loads of
topics,
stuff, and then you pick 4 or 5 things you want to do for A level, like advanced level, and then
when you get to 18, you can either go to college or you can go to university, can't you?
Well, I thought college was the thing you did like 17 to 18, and then you go to university when you're 18.
You can go to college when you're 18. Ooh, if you've got A levels, you can go and do something like...
I don't even understand how it works
something
here.
more vocational, like, you know, floristry or like hairdressing or something.
Fair enough. I've always been a kind of hardcore sort of academic style rather than vocational
the kind of stuff they do at our local college, you know.
Right, I see.
Arty and like,
that makes sense.
Stuff. Yeah. Hag says she likes psychology because I don't know why. It's a big head game. Oh yeah. Wow.
So we've got a lot of notes this week, so the print's quite small.
Yeah. Latin. Oh wow, I did Latin.
I did Latin.
Did you? Wow.
I wasn't very good at it.
I know, but it gives you a great grounding in kind of languages, so you can sometimes work out what a word means from its like Latin root.
That's quite useful for quizzes. But yeah, Hag saying I had the most fun in chemistry because my desk partner and I lit the ceiling on fire.
Wow.
Nice. I approve.
That's quite memorable, isn't it?
Rachel is saying got to be biochemistry. So they're doing a degree in it now. So makes sense.
That's quite advanced, isn't it?
Whether it influences what job I do in the future isn't clear. I'd love to be a voice actor, but I wouldn't say no to being part of the group pushing the boundaries of our knowledge about the world.
That's fantastic.
That's a good sentiment. I like that. Yeah.
Amber Hopkins likes French in particular because it's useful for her. Because I think she's in
Canada.
Amber's
in Canada, yeah. So that makes sense.
You need both languages for that, don't you?
Phantom. My favourite class has always been maths. Studying to be a maths teacher.
Wow.
Math teacher,
well
I should say.
Phantom,
in the US.
We need maths teachers.
I love books more than anything, but don't like analysing them. Yeah, I mean...
Just spoil it, isn't it, sometimes? You've got to go through.
It's like those memes you see about, like, you know, Shakespeare looking down at an English class, and it's like, when Shakespeare wrote this, he really meant this, and he's like, no, I was just trying to make money and write a story.
Just trying to get a laugh,
I think sometimes looking at stuff too closely can spoil it, can't it?
But it can also give you the flavour of the times, what people thought.
Well, exactly, yeah, it's
quite
interesting.
Useful.
But yeah, Phantom also saying, love learning languages, speaking to my abuelos, and Spanish was worth it. But band is where I made friends, went to 2 competitions, one of which was international. Came first in both. Nice.
Wow, well done.
We don't sort of have kind of band as so much as of a thing here,
really,
do we?
No. Sometimes you like join the choir, the school choir, and you might get to go to the local hall to perform, but you don't go all over the world, do you?
But yeah, certainly not. I think it's very interesting how education and stuff is very different all over the place. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
What else have we got? Moo Moo Milk loved humanities. Went to a fancy feeder high school that specialised in STEM. If you don't hang out with people like us, science, technology, engineering, and maths. I can study and cram for maths and sciences before exams, but everything will be forgotten in mere weeks.
Yeah. They don't find it fun either. You've got to find it fun, haven't you, to really get engaged with it?
Well, that's it, yeah. English and history are my fortes. Love reading, still do. Also, maybe it isn't so obvious, art wasn't one of my particularly strong suits.
I wouldn't say that.
I can sympathise with that.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's... it's interesting how I feel like we have quite a lot of people in the game who weren't into art at school, because I certainly wasn't.
No, me neither.
And we're having a laugh.
Yeah.
Even though, we might not be the best artists, but we're having fun.
We are.
And that's what really matters.
Expressing ourselves.
Exactly.
It's fantastic. Cool. Okay, shall we see what we're going to be talking about this week? This week we're asking you to tell us about your favourite film. Which films have affected you, or which can you watch over and over again? I think my favourite is You Got Mail. I don't know why I like it so much. Perhaps because it's about a bookshop.
So if you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you can find it at the top of the thread list.
Absolutely, and you can read all last week's answers too. Okay, so just remember tomorrow is Sunday, and that means quiz day. And do you know what happened last week?
Well,
you'd be amazed.
Yeah, I mean...
Never happened before.
So last week we were here saying like, oh, it was really close, and then it was all moving around at the end.
Yep.
Well, this time, for the first time...
Ever.
A draw.
Complete draw at the top.
Rubberfish, Grinning Goose, 234 each.
Fish versus goose.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then SCMZ Sarah on 211 in third place. But yeah, fish versus goose.
It's going to be a rerun this week.
And yeah, they both seem to be taking it personally. Yeah, we've already seen Rubberfish on Twitter saying, you know, oh yeah, I've won 2 weeks running here. You know, come and take me on. So
come and take him on. Go on.
But yes, you know, fish versus goose. This time it's personal or something. So yeah, it was.
So we can't wait for this week's quiz.
It was so close. It was actually a draw.
It was actually a draw. Yeah.
So if you've not seen any of this stuff before, every week over on our Mixer channel, mixer.com/interference, Sundays at 7 p.m. UK time, we won't run a live interactive quiz. It's basically like a general knowledge quiz, multiple choice. It's like a pub quiz, really.
Dead easy to join in, isn't it? And,
yeah, exactly.
You get 4 answers, so you can choose an answer. If you're not quite sure, you can try and work it out.
Yeah, yeah, you play along in real time. We'll be reading out questions, giving you 4 choices of answers, and then you just vote for which one you think is right. You build up points, we have leaderboards, and then we see who knows the most at the end. But each round is based on one of the drawings from Interference this week. So Bunnery picks some of the pictures that she thought were quite cool through the week, and then comes up with a sort of a topic based on the picture. So, you know, if we had a cool drawing of a seagull, might have a you know, round on
questions about seabirds,
birds or something. So part of the fun is trying to guess what the rounds are going to be about. It's cool. I don't see any of this ahead of time.
No, you don't.
All I know is that the drawings this week are by Lynchen, Milanka, Afterwards, Crystal, and the artist. But I don't know which pictures.
No. Or what topics are going to be.
Interesting. You'll have to tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. UK time. Mixer.com/interference. And find out what happens.
They're always fun subjects. I think last week's Pikachu Pokemon
big Pokemon
round
last week. That was
very
really popular. With everyone except Amber, perhaps. I mean, I didn't know anything about it either. But yeah, in the stream chat, everyone, this is my jam, says everyone, and then Amber is, this is not my jam. I think it was Amber. Apologies if it wasn't you.
Yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, it was really good fun. So yeah, we'd love to see you there. As I say, 7 p.m. UK time every Sunday. We're normally there a bit earlier if you want to rock up a quarter of an hour earlier for a little bit of pre-quiz chat.
Yeah, I can say hello to you.
It's all good fun.
Yeah, cool. Okay, that's the news for this week. So it just goes to say...
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved at playinterference.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at PlayIFX or on Facebook at PlayInterference. We've also now got a Patreon page at patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, these weekly videos, quizzes, all this interactive stuff that we do, it really helps us out.
Yeah, absolutely. So until next Saturday, we'll see you. Have a good week.
Have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye.